Good morning, VC. It's Saturday morning here in Germany, and as you can see, I'm on the road, obviously, and that has a specific reason. There's a short story. So yesterday evening, I was chatting with another German member, a German VC member, and he's always looking for turntables on the eBay marketplace, which is similar to the Craigslist in the United States. And yeah, he said that there is a guy who's also selling his entire collection, and he said, "Isn't that nearby your flat?" And I said, "Yeah, that's just around 20 minutes or half an hour." And that was yesterday evening, and this morning I contacted the seller. I called him and asked if the collection is still available, and he said, "Yeah, just come by." And that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm driving to his house, and yeah, it's always interesting and always a great experience to dig in someone else's collection. And I don't really know what he's selling, but he said that there is some Led Zeppelin or some classic rock. I know that that can mean a lot, but I think it's worth a try, and you can never know. So yeah, I'm looking forward, and I hope to have some luck this time, because it's not the first time that I buy a collection. I did that several times before, but sometimes you make the best deal of your life, and sometimes you just come home with empty hands, so you can never know, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, we'll see, and I guess when you're watching this video, I at least bought some records, so we will see. So yeah, talk to you in about an hour. So guys, I'm on my way home now. I still can't believe I bought all the records. I bought them all. Yeah, short story. I came up to this guy's house, and he already put all the records on the table, and I skipped through them quickly, and I directly saw that there is some cool stuff included, and then it's definitely worth to pick up the collection. And he made a great price. He even made it a little cheaper than I expected, and that was so cool. He was very friendly, and I would say mostly there is progressive rock from the 70s included, but also some other classic rock albums, a tiny little bit of Krautrock also. And of course, whenever you buy a collection, there is always some junk or some garbage with it, but that's the way it is. And in this case, he said that he had around 100 records, but I guess there are more than 100. I would say maybe even 150 or in that range, but nevertheless, that was a great deal. I can't wait to share that with you guys, and I think I made a good job buying this collection. I already have a few of these albums, of course, and maybe I'm going to sell them or give them away for free, whatever. I have to think about it. But yeah, talk to you later. Yeah, I'm home again, and as you can see, that's the whole collection, that's the whole lot. On the right are the records that I picked that I want to show in a few moments, and that are the ones I want to listen to first. In the middle there is just garbage and junk, and on the left hand is the rest, all other records, which I will show in a few moments too. Alright, okay, let's go. The first record which I'm spinning in the background wasn't part of today's haul, but I bought it in my local record store here, and I shared the funny story about it in the Facebook group. It's the self-titled Can, and this is a monster. This is a great album. I really love it from start to finish. I definitely have to get more of Can's music on vinyl, and an amazing album. I just wanted to share that. It's playing in the background. Okay, back to the haul. As I said, here are some highlights. The first one, Black Sabbath, Volume 4. This is a Dutch pressing from the NEMS, on the NEMS label. Definitely not the best pressing, but I'm still happy to get another one. I already have an original pressing, and what I really like is this, that the pressing has these pages here. To my mind, that's pretty cool. My other pressing didn't have it, I think. Yeah. Then I also picked up a compilation of Black Sabbath. It's called Attention Black Sabbath Volume 2. So I guess there is also Volume 1, which I may have to get at some point. Okay, Aphrodite's Child. I still miss this album. And the first interesting thing is, as you can see, it has the black cover. I never saw that before. I always saw it with the red cover. It's on Vertigo, of course, and my pressing has the spaceship labels, the Vertigo spaceship labels. I'm happy to pick that up because, as I said, I missed it, and I already checked Discogs a few minutes ago. It's a little rare. Okay, the guy said that there is some Led Zeppelin, and there was some Led Zeppelin. Soundtrack from the movie Led Zeppelin. Song remains the same. Yeah, it's a German first pressing. The vinyl is very good. I checked it before, and yeah, solid album. Okay, the next one is Ram Jam. I really love the cover art. It's in perfect condition, and of course, Black Betty is I would call it a classic rock hit from back in the days. And yeah, great find. I didn't have that in the collection, and that's cool. Okay, Michael Rother, or as the Americans would say, Michael Rother, but in German it's Michael Rother, and the album is called Flammende Herzen. It's a German first pressing on Sky Records, and yeah, electronic music. Some would call it ambient krautrock. It's hard to put that in a box. And what's interesting about that album is at that time all the German musicians were in one circle, I would say, because Michael Rother was a member of Kraftwerk when they recorded their first two albums, and he was also a member of Neu, and now this is his solo stuff. So I picked up Flammende Herzen, and I also picked up Sterntaler, Michael Rother, and yeah. He later, I think he later went to another of the big German groups, maybe Harmonia, I don't know. Nevertheless, okay, La Düsseldorf. No, that was, I wanted to say that the guys from La Düsseldorf came from Neu. Nevertheless, it's a little weird, but what I want to say is that the musicians of the famous German krautrock bands always change their places where they in which band they played. Sorry. Yeah, La Düsseldorf, the debut album, German first pressing, and also La Düsseldorf Viva. I wanted to buy that some time ago, but I could never really find a cheap pressing or pressing in good condition, so I'm happy to pick that up. Up next, Omega. The album is called The Hall of Floaters in the Sky. I really like the cover art. I got some more Omega in this haul, and this looks so cool. So that's on the German Bellaphone label, and Bellaphone is the mother label, and it's on the Bacillus. Wait, it's on the Bacillus records. Yeah. And keep the cover art in mind. Omega, very cool. And I got another Omega. This one is called Time Robber. It's an UK pressing on Decca. And here's the label. And again, it has a cool cover art, looks a little futuristic, has a deep space, and still a cool cover art. And now the third Omega album, I maybe their graphic designer died, but oh my god, what's going on here? What's wrong with this, guys? I mean, that's a big step. If you compare the albums, the music is very cool actually, but if you compare the album covers, I mean, that's a very big step. You know what I'm talking about? Nevertheless, cool music. I also picked up a German pressing of Metal. So if you watch my Pink Floyd video, you know that this is my favorite Pink Floyd album. And it's not a German first pressing, but it must be a second press or a third press, so whatever. I also picked up some Camel, as I said, progressive rock. This album is called Breathless, Camel. And another Camel album, and this is called Moon Madness. Progressive rock again, and as I said, I'm very happy. I still miss that in the collection, and it's always cool to get some new stuff. The next one is called Dave Mason. Also progressive rock, very cool. And yeah, I don't know what to expect. I never listened to it before. And I also picked up an upgrade copy of Bob Dylan, Desire, and this is an Italian pressing, first pressing. And what I really like is that they use this kind of cover that's not normal. I know that a lot of UK or US pressings have it, but in Germany it's hard to find these covers. Bob Dylan, Desire. Yeah, that's it for the first records, but I'm also going to show you the other records in a few moments. Okay, a quick turnaround. Here we have Judas Priest, and the album is called Sad Wings of Destiny. Judas Priest, Sin After Sin. Judas Priest, Stained Class. Here is some Nazareth. I don't know how to pronounce that in English. In Germany we call them Nazareth. That might be wrong, I'm sorry. Expect No Mercy. This is No Mean City. And here we have the Greatest Hits album. Then I picked up some CCR, Clearance Clearwater Revival, The Chronicle, Greatest Hits. Self-titled Fleetwood Mac, Fleetwood Mac Rumors, Fleetwood Mac Tusk, Rolling Stones Big Hits Volume 2. And then I got a lot of Genesis, almost the entire catalog. So I already have a few of them, but maybe these are some upgrades. Genesis. Some of them are in better condition and some are worse. Peter Gabriel, Wishbone Ash Live. Can't wait to give that a spin. Here's Jean-Michel Jarre. Already have these albums. Here is Marianne Faithfull, Broken English, I still miss that. Lake 2, Patti Smith Group, Patti Smith Horses. This is Queen, News of the World, A Night at the Opera, Queen Jazz, Dire Straits, this is the Eagles, Hotel California, another Eagles, Boston, and in this case it's an exotic pressing. This pressing is from Israel. Another Boston, Soundtrack to the War of the Worlds, Santana Greatest Hits, Foreigner, more Foreigner, I Wanna Know What Love Is, Foreigner, Cat Stevens, and this is a very early pressing on the Island label. ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, Alan Parsons Project. I mean, I already have all of these albums, but nevertheless. Manfred Mann's Earth Band. George Harrison, Somewhere in England. The Best of Jethro Tull, Volume 2. T-Rex, Mike Oldfield, Steely Dan Greatest Hits, Simon and Garfunkel Greatest Hits, Alan Foley. I don't even know what that is. Doesn't look that interesting. Steve Miller Band. The Kinks. Wings Greatest, Supertramp, The Golden Earring, John Denver, Al Stewart, and this is all Barclay James Harvest. I don't like them that much. 10cc, Smokey, and yeah, the classic stuff. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's the collection for today. Stay tuned. Feel free to leave a comment, and I say bye bye.